Today I want to talk about anxiety because it's a very, very common subject in kind of everybody I speak to, regardless of whether they've had a phenomenally enjoyable life from their perspective or a really, really challenging one. Anxiety is still something that seems to creep into the system. Now, my own personal experience with anxiety is that when I was a younger man, I was pretty much crippled by it. If I were confronted in a situation and I were put on the spot and there was a chance that I could be shamed in front of the group in any one way or another, my anxiety levels would fly through the roof and I would just lock down. Now, this kind of escalated over the years to the point where in which I would then avoid these kind of situations because I knew, well, I felt that if somebody did confront me for any reason whatsoever, then I would freeze and wouldn't be able to deal with it. So it actually stopped me from going into situations. But even when I was in a situation, it would stop me speaking up because I didn't want to be shamed. I didn't want that confrontation to come in. And I just had a very, very unhealthy relationship with anxiety. It was being triggered really very easily. And when it was triggered, it was extremely powerful and very, very difficult to deal with. Now, this, if we fast forward a number of years, would manifest itself in so many areas of my life. Anything from being on the football pitch, and I remember this one occasion I was playing in defence and we were defending a corner and the ball swings over, and as the ball swings over, I jump and head the ball clear. And as I land, I go to shout to my defence, "Okay, everybody push up!" But I didn't get the words out properly in the moment for some reason, maybe out of breath, whatever, and I went da, 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 and didn't really say anything apart from making noises. Now I was then met with not very kind laughter and criticism from the other team. "Oh, come on, mate, get your words out," all that sort of stuff. Now, in the moment, it just didn't make me feel very comfortable, and I lost the ability to even open my mouth once for the rest of the game. And I played within myself and I put in a terrible performance by my standards. And it would come up in other areas of my life. There was a period of time when speaking to the opposite sex, speaking to girls that I was interested in, became nigh on impossible. Now, this is coming from a guy who in his teens had absolutely no fear of that kind of thing. But then all of a sudden, this anxiety or the fear of the anxiety coming in would stop me from putting myself in certain situations. Needless to say, this kind of held me back because what I ended up doing in my life is just kind of moving down this pathway of avoidance, of avoiding situations where in which I could be put on the spot and anxiety could be tempted into the equation. So I found myself settling and compromising in almost every area of my life. And the problem when you consistently do that is that you end up finding yourself in a place you don't want to be. And I was unhappy and there had to be a change. And a great mentor and a great friend of mine, Peter, who I've talked about quite a lot in other videos, he really reframed it for me in a conversation we had. And he basically explained that, anxiety is the emotion that we feel when we're stepping outside of our comfort zone. When we have this great discomfort within for some reason, and as long as we're tuned in to the fact that the discomfort we're creating is growth centric, i.e. it's pushing us towards a situation where we can evolve and grow, then actually it's okay. And when you feel this anxiety, just check in to see that's the case. Why am I feeling anxious? Is it because I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone and growing and that's a bit uncomfortable? Or is it because there is a 9-foot bear walking towards me over there? Because if it's the latter of the two, then probably the anxiety is well placed to run. But if it's the first, then I came to read those feelings almost as a green light to go. Like, why am I feeling anxious? Okay, let me check in. Is there no real and present danger around me? Okay, fine. I've not forgotten anything. I've got integrity in everything I'm doing. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm just feeling damn uncomfortable because I've not done this before and I don't know how this can go and this could all go bad, and if it does all go bad, I'm going to look a fool. Okay? Forget all of that nonsense because that's just BS. Move forward. Continue to move outside of your comfort zone. Now, very quickly, anxiety then became something I was really excited by because I'd feel these feelings of anxiety. And I'd be, oh, I'm outside the comfort zone. I'm in the growth center. Yes, transformation, here we come. And it would give me the confidence to then move forward with it. Now, from a scientific perspective and how the brain works and everything else, I'm sure there are people out there that can give you a far greater analysis of exactly what anxiety is. And I'm sure on a different day wearing a different hat, I'll be able to do the same. But in this moment, for me, I'm just talking about a realization I had, my relationship with anxiety and how it changed, because I think it's incredibly powerful. It's like most things in life. The flavor of the experience for us is somewhat determined by the expectation or anticipation we carry into it. So the way that we frame these situations changes the expectation. It changes our initial perception of it. So framing them becomes a way to entirely alter the experience altogether. I reframed anxiety, so I no longer felt this rising tension and heat in my chest as fearful and something I needed to run from, but rather an explosion of enthusiastic energy waiting to burst forward into this new space that I now call my comfort zone because I've made it the uncomfortable comfortable. So I guess that's my piece on anxiety in this moment in time. I'll probably speak again more about it because it's quite a big topic, but for this moment in time, I think that that's quite useful. At least I found that useful, so I hope you did too. Anyway, enough from me. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.